Recording. All right, good evening, everyone. So today we'll be looking at how to best undo FOMO. But in this instant, FOMO is not fear of missing out. This one is feeling of missing out. So what I mean by that is you have stocks are rallying, but the one rallying or most of the one rallying are not the stock in your portfolio. So you began to beat yourself up for not buying one stock or the other. You're asking yourself, what should you do now? So I'm saying you are not alone. That is, most people go through that. That is, let's say you didn't buy Facebook and Facebook reported and the report was good. No. Facebook is rallying. Then you began to feel bad that you didn't buy it. So how do we handle that kind of situations? And what's the best way to handle that kind of feeling? So that's what we'll be looking at. But before we continue with today's topic, let's quickly run through the market cycle. So on the market cycle, interest rate was cut last week, and December, the Fed chairman said it was not a foregone issue, that is not guarantee that they will cut rate in December. So the probability of rate being cut in December is not one for now. So we will see what happens. But most people are still expecting that they will cut rate in December. But for now, it's not guaranteed. And specific sector, yeah, for now, I'm still staying with like being defensive, that is buying dividend paying company that I think they are still profitable. So that's where we are in the market cycle now. That is, nothing has really changed. So I will still stay with buying defensive like dividend paying company. So I don't know if we have any question about like the market cycle or the specific sector that is profitable.
Not right now.
Okay. All right, let's go back to today's topic. So we're talking about the best way to handle feeling of missing out. That is, if the stock that are going up, we may not have more or all of them, or we do not have any of them. So what's the best way to handle that kind of situation? So number one, I said you should construct your portfolio in a way that you will gain broad exposure into the market. What I mean by that is we can invest in ETF like SPY, VOO, or VTI to ensure that your portfolio participates in most overall stock market moves. So in this instant, like for me, I'm kind of like this, I'm not really comfortable buying Tesla, but that doesn't mean that Tesla is not a good stock. But whenever Tesla is moving up, I'm happy with it. Why? Because part of my portfolio is VOO. So if Tesla is doing well, then the VOO part of my portfolio will be doing well. So apart from buying individual stock, I have some of my money in VOO. So whenever Tesla is doing well, I'm also doing well, even though I don't buy it as a single stock. So that's how I deal with that kind of feeling. So either Tesla, Facebook, or Microsoft, any of those Mark 7, if I don't have them specifically as in like a specific stock in my portfolio, anytime they're doing well, I'm still participating in the rally, even though I don't have it as a single stock. So that's one way of handling, or yes, of handling that kind of feeling. That is, you gain a broad exposure into the market. And the best way to do that is to put some of our money in SPY or any other ETF that covers. I mean, they have so many of them now that have a broad exposure into the market. I don't know if you have any thought or any question or concern about that point.
The only thing I'm a little bit concerned, no, maybe not, is that we have tech stocks that are overheated. The most of these ETFs they have a lot of tech stocks in them. Is it advisable to keep buying the over? Because even though all this Magnificent Seven is high right now, and we are trying to be more defensive, is does it justify or does it help us with our defensive strategy, the ETFs?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, like the VO, this is just like 1/10 or less than of my portfolio. So in that way, I'm still playing defensive because more about, I mean, close to 85% of my portfolio is in the defensive, like dividend paying company. So I'm just saying I still have exposure into the overall market. So for whatever reason, if the Mark 7 continue to run, at least I'm still participating in the rally. So not like I will move most of my money into VO, but I'm just saying one has exposure into it. So that gives me a better feeling than not having any exposure into the Mark 7. So that's how I deal with that kind of feeling. That is, anytime, like any sector that is doing well, that I don't have a stock in them, I know that they are included in the VOO. So at least I'm still participating in the rally. So playing defensive now, meaning I don't put most of my money in this. I only put a portion, not just like 1/10, 1/10 of my portfolio. So I'm still playing defensive because most of my money is put in dividend paying for now. So when things changes, then I can switch it around, like move most of the money back to individual Mark 7 or any other sector that I feel comfortable with. So to answer the question, it's just a portion that we are putting here. So it won't really affect. I think if it's like overheated and they start going down, it won't really affect your portfolio as much. Does that explain? Does that answer the question enough?
Yes, yes. So only one more thing is that do you still recommend buying them now that they're overheated? That's all. Is it a good thing to still keep buying or
Is
just to hold them based on the the market structure?
is it the VOO or the
The
Mark
VO,
7?
VO itself that has sufficient Max 7 because Max 7 is the one that's holding the VOs right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is, since it's just a portion, then if it goes down, the movement will not affect your portfolio that much. So meaning the reason I still have exposure into them is so that I won't feel like I'm missing out on the on the move. Whenever there is a move there, I will not feel that I'm missing out since I have a portion of my portfolio in it. So regardless, even though if it's overextended, there is no certainty in the market. We are all just, we are all just guessing as in where it is, will it continue to go? So, but how do you deal with feeling like you are missing out on the rally? Is like just as in expose some of, not most at this time now, some of your portfolio into it.
Okay, got it.
All right. So, second point. All right, let's stop this and then we will start